the candidate forum.
Thank you, Ellen. Good morning. I would like to thank the other members of the nominating committee, Jean Donham, Mary Jo Langhorne, and Betsy Thompson. And on behalf of the nominating committee, I would also like to thank everyone who has offered their time in running for office. The candidates for the position of Vice President, President-elect, in alphabetical order, Kathy Bottaro, Library Media Head Teacher for the Sioux City Community School District.
Hi, my name is Kathy Bottaro, and as Cheryl indicated, I am the head teacher for the Library and Media Department in Sioux City, Iowa, with the Sioux City Community School District. And maybe an unfamiliar face, so by way of introducing myself, I thought I would talk just briefly about several libraries that have played an important part in the development of my library philosophy. I had the good fortune to work in the Youth Services Department of the Sioux City Public Library for almost 8 years. The library's administration and staff is outstanding and has made the Sioux City Public Library a well-respected and much-loved institution in Sioux City. And although I left the library over 3 years ago, I am regularly asked, do you still work at the public library? And it's a big city, and these are people that really don't know me, but recognize me from the public library. It's a question that has replaced, did you play basketball in high school? So it's really funny. My time at the public library has helped me to understand the powerful effect that library services and programming can have on individual patrons as well as the community at large. In 2006, I accepted a position as an elementary teacher librarian for the Sioux City Community School District. I enjoyed both teaching and working in libraries, so it was a perfect fit for me. I work with an exceptional group of librarians as well in the district, and an exceptional group of paraprofessionals and a supportive administration. The students love and depend on their school libraries, and since 2008, it has been my job to ensure that they have a quality library program and a quality library. I would be remiss if I didn't mention two other libraries that have helped to shape me. The Alabama Public Library, which is where my love of libraries was born, and UNI's Round Library, which is where my love of libraries was nourished and enriched. And what I've learned from working at both school and public libraries, and I imagine this is true of academic and special libraries as well, is that we are all alike, and alike more than very different. We all work to assess the needs of our patrons, find the services that best address their needs at a cost that is within our budget, and then deliver those services in a manner that is most accessible to our patrons. We are often serving the same constituency, so we should look for ways to collaborate. My former supervisor from the Sioux City Public Library, Jeanette Bobine, over here, and I have worked together since I started in the district group, collaborating several times on programming, and I use that word collaborating rather loosely because Jeanette's really done all the work. She's done the programming, I provided the venue and the audiences, but it's a start. And obviously, our patron pools overlap. And I believe it is in the best interest of the children and really probably the taxpayers that we work together. All of us are interconnected, and in these challenging economic times, we must be mindful of that reality. It's good to remember what ALA's Jim Redding says about libraries. Whether we are school, public, special, or academic, we belong to one library ecosystem. If one breaks down due to a crisis in funding that undermines hours, collections, or staffing, it will inevitably affect us all. Advocacy is especially important in these difficult economic times, and we continue to advocate for our individual programs. But now more than ever, we are lucky to be part of an organization such as ILA that allows us to support each other and to advocate together for our individual missions. I am honored to be nominated for the position of Vice President, President-elect of such a worthy organization. Thank you for your time and attention, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Illinois Public Schools District Library Coordinator, responsible for 57 library collections.
Thank you, Cheryl, President Newhouse, distinguished guests, and ILA members. It is a pleasure to address all of you this morning as part of the first ever President-elect Vice President slate representing the Iowa Association of School Librarians. I begin my speech this morning with the phrase, "Together we can." These words take on even more meaning as we work our way through the worst economic time since the Great Depression. All of us, no matter what type of library that we work in, we know how weak economies impact our library budgets and in turn our programs, collections, and personnel. These economic situations also directly impact our professional organization, the second oldest in the American Library Association. Just as an aside, New York State beat us by about a couple of months, forming in 1889. We formed immediately in 1890. So if you're angry with anyone, the New Yorkers deserve it. We all know the drill. Fewer members, fewer dollars in membership dues, fewer attendees at yearly conferences equal fewer dollars taken in for the association. With diminished membership numbers and budget figures, our strategic plan, which is advocating for all libraries and those who staff, support, and use them, building membership and strengthening the association through recruitment, education, and active participation, and ensuring an effective, flexible, and efficient organization cannot be realized. However, together, we can remain strong and effective, and I truly believe that. I want everyone to know that your vote for me as your Vice President, President-elect, translates into action to not only promote and work to achieve the components of our strategic plan, and let me repeat them briefly, advocating for all libraries, building membership, and ensuring an effective, flexible, and efficient organization. We'll also support our mission, which is advocating for quality library services for all Iowans and support for all members, all of you. Your vote for me translates into embracing and nurturing all of our subdivisions. And this is very important because they make up ILA and for the first time in many, many years, totally represent the Iowa library community. We must maintain direct communication with all our subdivisions, listen to their needs, and strongly support the work that they choose to do, the work that you do, so that all groups remain vibrant and meet the needs of their members. You can count on me to run an effective, flexible, and efficient professional organization. And I close with this thought that together we can continue to make a strong professional organization that keeps all of our libraries strong. And thank you.
It's my immense